cat who refused to leave the hospital. For months, a small orange cat sat outside the entrance of a city hospital. Rain or shine, morning or night, the cat was always there. At first, nobody paid much attention. People assumed it was just another stray looking for food. But as the weeks passed, the hospital staff began to notice something strange. The cat becomes a familiar sight around the hospital. Every morning, staff members see it sitting in the same place. Every evening, it is still there. Patients begin noticing it. Visitors point it out to their families. The cat never causes trouble. It never chases people. It never wanders through the parking lot. Instead, it quietly watches the hospital entrance from a distance, almost as if it expects someone to walk through those doors at any moment. As the weeks pass, the cat becomes part of the hospital itself. People begin talking about it, but nobody knows where it came from. The nurses start bringing food and water to the cat. Some leave small treats before their shifts begin. Others stop for a few moments just to sit nearby. The cat slowly earns the affection of everyone at the hospital. Eventually, the staff decides it needs a name. They call him Charlie. Charlie quickly becomes well known. New employees hear stories about him. Patients smile whenever they see him outside. But despite all the attention and kindness, Charlie never changes his routine. Every day his eyes remain fixed on the automatic doors, waiting, watching, hoping. One afternoon, a young nurse named Emma notices Charlie sitting outside during a cold rainstorm. Most animals would have searched for shelter. Charlie doesn't. Even soaked and shivering, he stays near the entrance. Emma begins wondering why. Why would a cat choose to spend every day outside a hospital? Where did he come from? Why does he never leave? The questions stay in her mind long after her shift ends. Eventually, curiosity gets the better of her. She decides to find answers. Emma begins asking around. She speaks with security guards. She talks to maintenance workers. She asks nearby shop owners. Most people simply shrug. Nobody knows much about Charlie. Then she visits a flower shop across the street. An elderly florist takes one look at Charlie's photo and immediately recognizes him. Her expression changes. Suddenly, Emma realizes Charlie's story may be far more important than anyone imagined. The florist explains that Charlie once belonged to an elderly man named Mr. Wilson. The two shared a special bond. Mr. Wilson lived alone and spent most of his time with Charlie. Whenever he visited the hospital for treatment, Charlie followed him. They were inseparable. Then one day, Mr. Wilson was rushed into the hospital for emergency care. Charlie followed him to the entrance just as he always had. But this time was different. Mr. Wilson never came back out. A few days later, he passed away. Charlie never understood. He simply kept waiting. That evening, Emma sits beside Charlie outside the hospital. For the first time, Charlie climbs into her lap and begins to purr. Emma gently strokes his head. The next day, she takes him home. Charlie finally leaves the hospital behind. Not because he forgot the person he loved, but because he found someone willing to love him again. And sometimes, after loss, life quietly gives us a second chance.